Yo, what's poppin', ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another segment of Sport with Buddy, brought to you by PickMonitor.com. It's a great place for you to track your own picks and follow other handicappers just to get on the path to winning against the sportsbook. Now, I'm Sports Dave. I put in the hard work necessary to make you knowledgeable, confident, and Vegas strong versus your sportsbook. And I work with the Pick Monitor community. So, I'm here to offer you something that you can only get right here from watching these videos. And that's free picks with analysis from some of the handicappers that track their bets on PickMonitor.com. So you're definitely going to want to hit that subscribe button down over there in the corner just to make sure that you're getting up-to-date notifications from when we're dropping videos and giving out free picks down the road. Now, look, Pick Monitor works in total transparency. I'm not going to get on here and tell you that some of these guys are hitting 100%. I don't have a lock of the century play for you, and I'm not going to tell you to bet the farm on any of these picks. However, we are going to offer you some very sound advice with picks from guys that are very good at what they're doing. Now, all these picks can be verified. We definitely have some guys that you should be following here. In fact, yesterday our picks went 5-1 on the video, and the only one that missed on a pick was me. I had the Cubs, and they lost in extra innings, unfortunately. It was a good close game, but unfortunately they're not handing out any money for coming close or anything like that. This isn't horseshoes or hand grenades. Anyways, my point is that we had a strong showing yesterday, and we're looking forward to continue that hot streak with the Saturday college football games. So, I have a lot of games that I want to get into, and I won't take more time than necessary. I'm just going to dive right into our first game, which is between Western Michigan taking on the Syracuse Orangemen. Now, this pick comes from Dell Warfield, a.k.a. Warfield Elite. Now, Dell is going to play the total on this game with the total at 65. Warfield Elite is going to take the over. Now, this is an early morning game for us out here on the West Coast. So this is going to be, for me, it's an early morning riser that's going to kind of get my day started. Warfield Elite spotted some reverse line movement on this game. There's about 65% of the action coming in on the under in this game. And despite that, the total went from 63 to 65. Basically letting you know which side of the bet that the house is actually taking. And Warfield Elite is going to go ahead and follow the house and take the over in this game. Now, real quick, I want to mention that I'm going to have an interview done with Dell Warfield around 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so make sure you stay tuned for that later. All right, so the next pick comes from Picks of Destiny, who you can also find on Twitter. Picks of Destiny has been in beast mode since I started working with this dude, and he's going to take his hot hand to this Michigan-Wisconsin Badger game, and Picks of Destiny actually got this line at -3, taking the Badgers. Some places you might find it at 3.5, but the recommendation here is to buy the points down to -3 if you can, and follow this play 100% with Picks of Destiny. Now, the Wolverines are not starting off real strong to this season. Picks of Destiny likes the Badgers because the Wolverines offense, they've been sputtering. Right now they rank 98th in the nation in yards per play on offense. And he also mentioned that Harbaugh's 0-6 as Michigan's head coach when the Wolverines have been underdogs. So Wisconsin, on the other hand, they're going to have a raucous crowd, at home to back their squad. And they've shown some real balance on offense with some deep threats to go along with a very sound running game. And Picks of Destiny is saying that the spread is only 3 because Michigan has name value. So roll with the Badgers at -3 and be sure to follow Picks of Destiny either on PickMonitor.com or Twitter. Now, the next game is between the Cal Bears going down to the south to square off against the Ole Miss Runnin Rebels. My buddy Jesse Wansbro, a.k.a. Jay Wansbro, is going to roll with the Bears on the money line in this game at +116. Now, Jay Wansbro likes Cal's D to keep handling business as they have been, as they've been able to hold 10 of their last opponents to 24 points or less. He thinks that the Cal secondary can do the job and kind of make things miserable for that Ole Miss offense who's had their troubles in the passing game this season so far. He also thinks that this could be a look-ahead game for the Runnin Rebels, who are going to have to play in Tuscaloosa against Alabama next week. So Jay Wansbro is calling for the upset with the Cal Bears at +116 on the money line. Now, next pick comes from my buddy Matthew, who goes by HCC96 on Pick Monitor. And this guy's been extremely hot, giving me nothing but winners since I started working with him. Now, I know from my own personal games that he's given me 11 straight winners. But on the videos, I want to say he's either 4-0 or 5-0. Anyways, bottom line is the guy's been hot. Hopefully he can keep it going with this next play. And he's given me a total as well, taking the over in this Kansas JayHawks versus West Virginia Mountaineers game. He pointed out that both teams have come alive on offense, and you've kind of found their respective grooves, so to speak, and expects a high scoring affair in this matchup. So the play is to take the over 49.5 in that JayHawks versus Mountaineers matchup. So this pick, it actually comes from a member of Pick Monitor that's pretty well established with over 700 picks. The username is Eagle Talon, and he uses a power rating system to determine what selections he's going to make on each pick. So anyways, he's going to go with a money line pick with the Tar Heels. North Carolina's playing against Appalachian State. Tar Heels, he gives them about a 71% chance of winning straight up. And the money line right now is currently sitting at minus 140 or minus 145, depending on which book you're going with. And my own 2 cents on the matter is that Mac Brown has really come back to Chapel Hill and lit a fire under this football program. So I expect UNC to win this game as well. Anyways, take North Carolina on the money line. It's his best bet for the game. Eagle Talent also predicts that the final score is going to be North Carolina 34, Appalachian State 26. All right, so this next pick comes from way down under from my buddy Mr. Craig Isles, who goes by the username of Kit Corridor. And he's going to take the points in this Oregon versus Stanford matchup. Oregon comes in as 10.5-point favorites. And Kit Corridor is going to go ahead and take Stanford in this game at plus 10.5. So Stanford, they're 9-4 against the spread versus teams over 500 in the last 3 seasons. He also noticed that Oregon is 3-7 against the spread on the road in the past few seasons. And this is just more than anything, it's a system play from Craig, which he designed and he calls the Dynasty Method. And if you'd like to know more about the system, feel free to send Kit Corridor a message. He's a real easy guy to get along with and just a good dude in general. All right, so this next pick comes from a very well-established handicapper in the Pick Monitor community who has over 2,000 picks submitted onto the site and actually ranks 6th overall in Units 1 in football amongst all the handicappers on Pick Monitor. And his name is Gumshoe Gorilla. Now, Gumshoe Gorilla is going to tackle this Fighting Irish versus Georgia Bulldogs game, and he's going to lay the points with Georgia because the Dogs just know how to run the football, man, and the Irish don't seem to know how to stop the run. Now, Notre Dame's defense has given up on average 230 yards per game in the first 2 games of the season, and both of those opponents were Louisville and New Mexico, while Georgia, on the other hand, is averaging 286 yards per game. So he's expecting this to be a long day for the Irish. Georgia's going to come in hungry, to make this a statement game after being snubbed for the BCS last year. Plus, Fromm has had his opportunity to gel and build some chemistry with these new receivers that he's got. So Gumshoe Gorilla expects Notre Dame to get handled soundly by Georgia. And he's taking the Bulldogs minus 14 points. So go ahead and lay the points and follow Gumshoe Gorilla. Now, as for me, I'm taking a first half play on that Kansas JayHawks game going against the Mountaineers. Kansas has got Les Miles coaching them now, and I really think that they're coming into their own. The JayHawks have outplayed their opponents in the first half this season, and West Virginia has been slow to start games and have been giving up a lot of points on defense. In fact, in their first half, they're averaging 26 points surrendered on defense, and the JayHawks are scoring more points in the first half than they are in the second. So I feel like getting 3 points is kind of a gift, and I also would say that you might want to forego the points and just take the money line, which you'll get at plus 145. But I'm not going to get that brave. I'm just going to take the 3 points and say thank you very much with the JayHawks in the first half. And hopefully I'm cashing a ticket by the end of the second quarter. So that's my play for this Saturday's college football games. As for all of us, that kind of wraps up what we have as far as covering the college games. Be sure that you tune in for tomorrow's picks on NFL games. The best thing to do is definitely to subscribe to that YouTube channel for Pick Monitor. All these picks come courtesy of pickmonitor.com. And if you haven't already signed up for a free account on the site, make sure you do that right away. It's like it's an awesome way to, keep track of your picks and stay honest with yourself. It's like your own personal planner. It gives you your own spreadsheet to kind of look at things, and it's not going to give you fluff. It's going to give you full on facts, and that's what you need. You need concrete facts to start building a solid game plan to beat the sports books. So I highly recommend getting on pickmonitor.com. Get a free account set up as soon as you can. And if you have any questions, you can always hit me up on Facebook, and I'll do whatever I can to help you out. Anyways, that wraps up what we got in this segment. I will be back again very soon today with an interview with Del Warfield of Warfield Elite. And make sure you stay tuned for that. And hopefully I can get on another video by the end of the day for a UFC card going down tomorrow. Anyways, good luck, and I'll see you guys again soon.